Hi, second grade, Mrs. Carbo again. Today we're moving on to editing. We're going to use rainbow editing to edit our story, make sure it looks good, and reread your story before moving to the next step. All right, so remember I have all of my pieces here. I have the book I'm going to use. I have my draft with revisions, and then I have my pre-writing all together. I'm going to set these things aside because I'm looking at doing rainbow editing now. If you remember, hopefully you have your rainbow editing checklist, so you know what to do. I use pens. You can use markers or crayons to help you rainbow edit, and that way you can see that you've gotten everything. Okay, first step is red. We're going to draw an arrow in front of each new paragraph. So remember, in this story, we have 3 paragraphs: our introduction, our body, and then way down here, our conclusion. If you forgot to indent, you're going to draw an arrow so that you remember to indent when you go to publish. Okay, that was easy. Next step is orange. So I'm going to circle punctuation at the end of the sentence. And I'm going to add an end mark if I forgot. Okay, so I have to read my story and see where my punctuation is supposed to be. On a beautiful sunny day, I made plans with my best friend Renata to go on the playground at recess and swing on the swing set. Yep, I remembered. It only had 2 swings. There's my period. Something terrible happened. Oh, I think I'm going to put an exclamation point there. So I forgot it. I'm going to add it in. She broke a promise. I remembered that one. First, comma, that is actually punctuation there too. It's not a period, but we do a comma after our transition word. Renata and I came up with a plan to meet on the swing set at recess. I remembered it. We had recess before lunch, period. Suddenly, comma, it was time for recess and we bolted to the swing sets, period. I was out of breath, period. Then Renata and her friend Carrie got on the swing sets. Oops, I forgot my period. Last, comma, my new friend Becky came and comforted me, period. We played on the monkey bars together. That day started out horrible, but luckily Becky made it magnificent, period. We became fast friends and she always cheered me up. Whenever I was mad, comma, she would tell me a joke, period. There's all of my punctuation. I needed to make sure I remembered it all. Now moving on to yellow. Now I have to underline, I know it's kind of hard to read this, the capital letters in the first word of each sentence and proper nouns. Put a slash through capitals that shouldn't be there, and you would just change it. Okay, I'm doing yellow, so hopefully you can see this, okay? But usually I just go through and I underline. Yep, you can see that, okay? On, right, that's the beginning of my sentence. Oopsies, I see I standing alone. I forgot to capitalize that. So when I go to publish my story, I have to capitalize that. Okay, there's Renata. I remembered her name, right? At recess. Okay, there's a period and here should be a capital. I did it. There's a period and there's another capital. I remembered. There's an exclamation point. Uh-oh, that doesn't look like a capital S to me. So I'm going to make sure that's capital. Okay, exclamation point, capital. Her name, capital. Oopsies, there's I. Standing alone has to be a capital, even if it's in the middle of my sentence. Okay, oh, period, capital, period, capital. Okay, it was time for recess. After a comma, I don't need a capital. Okay, recess and we bolted. Okay, well, there's I remembered it that time. Then, oh, here's her name. I got to make a capital R. Okay, I got to remember that when I do my publishing. Carrie got on the swing set last, capital. Okay, oh, there's Becky's name. I need to make a capital B because it's her proper noun. Okay, we played on the monkey bars together. That day started out horrible, but luckily, oh, there's Becky's name again. Got to capitalize that. Period, capital. Period, capital. Make sure that's a capital W. Oh, there's I remembered I, good. That's a comma, so I'm okay there. Beautiful. All right, moving on to green. So green is those transition words. I have to underline transition words first, next, then, suddenly, after that, last. So I remember my transition words are all in my body paragraph. I said first, right? Then I said next. Where's next? Oh, no, I changed it to suddenly. That's why I couldn't find it. Suddenly, then last. There's my transition words. Hopefully you have 4 transition words too, or more. Maybe you have more. Now moving on to blue, circle the words that are misspelled, check the word wall. So I'm looking at words I don't know if I spelled right, but I also have to make sure my second grade words are spelled right, right? The day my friend is a second grade word. Oh, I spelled it right, betrayed me. On a beautiful sunny day, I made plans with my is a second grade word wall word. Yeah, I didn't, in with, I should know. Okay, I did that. Best, oops, there's friend. I spelled it wrong, right? So I'm going to say Friend, and then I fix it in blue, right? Okay. Then I think she broke a promise. Okay, there's her name. Plan to meet on the, did I spell the right? Yep, and check it off. Swing set at recess. Okay, suddenly it was time for recess. Bolted the swing set, I was out of breath. Renata and her friend, oopsies, there I go again, spelled my second grade word wall word wrong, so I have to spell it right, Friend. Carrie got on the swing set. Last, my new friend, oh, look at that. I gotta spell that word right, second grade word wall word, came and comforted me. We played on the monkey bars together. That day started out horrible. Well, that's not a second grade word wall word, and I'm not sure how to spell it. But luckily, Becky made it magnificent. I got to check on this word. We became fast friends. Oops, there's friends. I know how to spell that word, Friends. So I fix it and I can circle it that I fixed it. And she always cheered. I remember I don't know how to spell that word. Whenever I was mad, she would tell me a joke. All right, so I have some words that I don't know how to spell. I fixed all the words that I should know how to spell. And, oh, I thought I remember seeing and somewhere. I wrote and. Let's see. Okay, I didn't catch it now. So hopefully I catch it when I go to write my publishing. That's when I need to spell everything correctly. Even if I didn't fix it on my paper and I missed it, I'll still fix it on my book. Okay, horrible. I don't know how to spell. Maybe if I'm doing editing and I get to this point with my teacher, I can raise my hand and wait for her to call on me and she can tell me how to spell horrible. I also have other options to ask another adult at home or an older sibling or older cousin or someone that's at my house, a family member, or I can ask Alexa, or I can look it up on some sort of electronic device and look up how to spell horrible, or ask Siri or something like that. So horrible, yep, I spelled it wrong. It's supposed to be Horrible. Horrible. Okay. And magnificent, oh, I know where I could look for this word. That is in our second grade 5-star dictionary. So I just have to go to my teacher's Google Classroom and any day she has it in there. Remember how she clicks on it? And then I can look up that word magnificent to see how to spell it right. Right? All right. And then cheered, that's not in that second grade dictionary. I might have to ask somebody or ask my teacher at this point. Okay, and that's how you spell cheered. So I have to fix those words and make sure I spell them correctly so that when it's time to do my publishing, I don't have to worry about it. When I get to my publishing stage, all my hard work is done and it's easy. Now I get to star my interesting and exciting words. Remember my interesting and exciting words? I try to do 5, but sometimes my story doesn't exactly have 5. All right, I wanted to say terrible. I feel like that's a good word. Okay, I liked horrible. That's a good 5-star word. And of course, magnificent. That is in our dictionary. She cheered me up. I think that's a 5-star word. I know I used that word. They started out terrible, but luckily we became fast friends and she always cheered me up whenever I was mad. I think I'm going to change mad into like a more spicy, exciting word. So I'm going to say whenever I was grumpy. Okay, that seems a little bit more exciting. So here I only had 4. Oh no, I had 5. So I did make it to 5 5-star words. So that is good, right? I want to make sure that I have at least a few. I've tried it. My goal is to have 5, but it's only, we're early into the writing process. We're going to get better and better every time. All right, next is pink. This is our last color. We're going to circle feeling words and make sure we have at least 5. Again, this is the same sort of thing that it's sometimes hard to come up with those feeling words, but my feeling words should mostly be in my closing, okay? That's where I'm really talking to my reader about feelings. I definitely need some in there. If I have other ones in here, that's fine, okay? But like something terrible happened to me. Terrible is sometimes how I feel, but I didn't use that word, right? I mean, I didn't use that as a feeling word. I just talked about something terrible that happened. Okay, the day started out horrible, but luckily Becky made it magnificent. So we became fast friends and she always cheered me up. Cheered is a feeling word. She kind of cheered me up. Okay, whenever I was grumpy, she would tell me a joke. So I only really have 2 feeling words in there, but at least I have 2. I make sure I at least have something. I don't want no feeling words in there. All right, so we are all done rainbow editing my story. I'm all done with it. Next time you're gonna get to do it next week. So now you know exactly what to do for each step. And when you're done, your paper should have all the colors of the rainbow, just like mine does. All right, I can't wait to go on to the next step with you next time, because it will be publishing after this. Have a great day.